cost them the entire race. And there's so many small little details in this game that you can use for yourself that are very simple to do in hindsight. But a lot of people don't do it because there's so many different things happening around you at the same time.
So it looks like we unfortunately didn't get Inti in time, but Taco Cat is taking his place in Pod 7, and then Pod 3 is non-existent this qualifier, but that's good. We still got 10 players here battling it out, 2 computers here in this one. MPK here in 4th, going with his token land ship loadout there with the Yoshi. And X-Hunter now trying to make something happen here in the middle of the pack. But we got a little bit of a diversity, Pidgey, of different characters and different loadouts here in this one.
Oh yeah, I know. I love to see it. Everyone gets tired and sick of seeing Waluigi Wiggler. But the truth of the matter is that this game does have one of the most diverse metas out of any Mario Kart yet. I mean, you still can pick any character you want, race in the car you want, but as long as you know that kart and how it handles and how to race well with it, you will be able to win. No matter what anyone says, Shock comes out though. I am still not used to not seeing these competitors fall all the way down to the ocean, but it's just one of those things when you get to see this wide array of cast of characters, I think it's a lot more entertaining to watch.
It is, and yeah, there are players that are just very well known for their particular combo, and for me, I like to mix it up. I actually have 4 or 5 different combinations I like to throw at people given the situation, with Inkling, with Morton, with Waluigi, and Wario predominantly. So it's really exciting to see what players kind of do here, and a lot of the top players are a little bit versatile with a couple different characters and loadout options. Huge plant coming into play there from what looks to be maybe Luna Galaxia there and Chase You Down. And yes, that is going to be Luna here with a mushroom here in 3rd, going to be trailing the Lemmy player as well as one of the Waluigis up front.
Yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. If they're able to hold on to that mushroom through this item box into that shortcut, they're going to be able to grab a spot away from Hunter. But we're seeing Hunter here dragging that red shell with the triple shroom, so that's going to be absolutely powerful. Double reds coming out for the side to Zovgo. Couldn't space out that red though, and the next red did not connect either. That's just going to allow Zovgo to grab 1st place, and we're going to be seeing who's going to line up after that.
It's going to be Zovgo, Luna, and then Mario Party King there. Good edge out there from Luna Galaxia. Yeah, and we don't know where Hunter went, but Hunter was in 7th and went all the way up to 2nd after that shock, and then back down a little bit. So hopefully for Hunter, he was able to salvage something there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just one of the another part of the game that I want to touch on, being able to just say, hey, you know, having the triple or having the reds and then holding on to the mushroom until the shortcut comes up, because sometimes you have this really ideal loadout for the next part of the track. You do not always have to roll for new items, right? That's just something that it was a bad habit of mine doing, saying, you know what, I'm too scared, I don't want to hold on to these. But sometimes the items that you have from the previous item box are what you want to hold on to for these shortcuts coming up, and you can see them from the first lap and be like, okay, and strategize your way around it as well.
Yeah, like when you have a red and then you have those triple mushrooms, that's a good thing to hold on to, because you have the red for defense and then you have that offense later. Sometimes if you do have like offense and no defense, okay, maybe you want to roll one thing and hold on to something else, but it's kind of a little bit of a you know, judgment call. But yeah, you don't have to chain for every item set that you have.
It was a bad habit that I had, because I'm just like, okay, I can get something better, I can get something, oh, using these shrooms right now will help me so much more than later, and that's just not the truth like 99% of the time. So you really want to think about, hey, what's coming up next in this track, and be able to utilize the items you have or the items way farther down the line.
Here we are with Taco Cat. Fun fact about Taco Cat is that if you spell Taco Cat backwards, it's still Taco Cat.
There you go.
Taco Cat, one of the longer tenured players here, along with Luna Galaxia, Zovgo, and MPK here in this one, and Marshall probably is up there as well. Eckerd right now getting a little TV time there, throwing a little bit of offense there at one of the Baby Luigi players. And now you see, wow, trying to get right up there with Taco Cat. Good avoidance there of the green shells. It gets that double item box. Doesn't get the right drift though. And now back to MPK, who has a series of items.
Ooh, especially in this spot that they're in right now. They got a lot of mayhem going up. Sees the red in front of him. SDK, unfortunately, was the target of the red right after, and avoids the second red there, and avoids the back green as well. That was a really fortunate situation to be in for him.
And unfortunately avoids the item box, but luckily he's coming up on another one here and gets the double. So good job there for SDK. Zovgo trying to make the most out of this situation, and it's going to be able to move up just fine there with that loadout. Luna Galaxia also has a pretty solid loadout as well, and it really, really close pack here. You know, you have the 2 up the front, 2 in the back, and then a big break of 8 in the middle here, all vying with each other.
Yeah, and we're seeing Luna, unfortunately, going to be the target of those greens, those triple greens, and we're seeing SDK work their way back up. 9 coins in their pocket. Remember, you always want to be at that 10-coin spot. If you're close to it, it's not bad, but if you're able to get to 10 coins, it's more optimal than anything. Zovko now. Single green shell. Will they land it? No. Opts to back it instead. Goes off the boost ramp. Going to be able to grab another item, but it won't be enough. Going to use the grab.
Oh, it doesn't even hit Zovko. It hits the other player. Oh, man. So now Zovko here trying to salvage something. Taco Cat going down to fire, and we see SDK trying to move around him, but Zovko still able to hang on here. Likely going to be able to get first. Blooper coming into play. SDK, can SDK edge out second? Yes.
Oh, SDK makes it out alive. Mario Party King saying, how am I here? That's what we ask all the time.
Did I dodge today? Just flip the coin. Oh, well, it's a 2-sided heads coin, so you know what the answer is, right? Well, that's what everybody in the Twitch chat, please think.
No,
trust me, I've seen the Twitch chat.
We got the races on deck, though, for qualifier number 6. The final one of the night. If you hear your name, Hype Tunnel, Bear, Zaddy Longlegs, Morzilla, Dr. Iggy, Emperor Fun, Septemdo, Dantho, Brookie, the Rookie. I love it. These names are going crazy. I'm streaming
Seagern,
Super Dario, and Daddy O. If you heard your name, go up to the Hype Tunnel. That's the final qualifier of the night. And this is going to be the 3rd race. Mushroom Gorge, I hate the track.
A lot of returning players in that upcoming qualifier. I am excited. And man, I used to hate with a capital H, and hate's a strong word, ladies and gentlemen. But Mushroom Gorge, man, just did not like this track at all. But you learn to, it's kind of like Cloud Top Cruise. You learn to respect it. You learn the mechanics of, do I want to run this? Do I want to bag this? How do I get, you know, I used to have like less than a 25% chance of hitting the cut at the end. And if you do have a mushroom or a powerful item, you can take that cut. And now I'm north of 80%. And this actually was one of the reasons why I was so successful the last couple weeks, is just because my win rate on this track is just skyrocketing.
Yeah, I cannot respect the bouncy mushrooms of Doom. I was literally just playing on it, and I'm just trying to go straight on the mushrooms, right? I am not trying to do anything special, even though you're supposed to do a lot of special things on this track. As we see it chase you down, just taking out everyone with those triple bananas. But honestly, on this track, it is so rough. But we're seeing Lunar Galactic gonna avoid the gap cut, and in that situation, I don't mind the gap cut. The gap cut's not the bad part. As long as you're close to those mushrooms, you're gonna land it the majority of the time. Beautiful back there by Luna, but just this track is so goofy and so, like, I never get a good bounce on those mushrooms.
Yeah, so the real question is, you know, we're in the position now where Mario Party King is running. So now the question is going to become, okay, who in the back is going to be controlling these power items? Because we don't see this as a very fast-paced Mushroom Gorge. I'm just looking kind of at the lines here of MPK, but ultimately, though, MPK just got to be very careful of those players that are all in contention behind him and what items he has now that he's defenseless.
Yeah, that's definitely something you got to be aware of. You're in a very vulnerable spot, but so was Taco Cat by those triple greens. And when you're in a Firefly, I would have just held on to it. You got to check that back camera, because guess what? Yeah. 3 hits in a row. Taco Cat shaking their head and saying, you know what, this is just not my race. And Luna's going to get bombed, as we saw a bomb in front of them. And now we got Chase You down here in 3rd place.
And this, oh, Mario Party King hit something in 1st, and now Zovko was just caught up from behind. This is going to be Zovko's race to lose. And the real question is, if Zovko crosses the line here, you're MPK. Oh no, Zovko's doing a little bit of tomfoolery. But no, the blue does go land onto somebody in 2nd, but actually that player did have a star. So we'll have to see. Hunter with the star ends up getting 2nd there over MPK, I believe, got 3rd.
These qualifiers blowing my mind right now.
I mean, MPK just kind of, I don't know what happened there.
I told you, it's
Zovko's
the goofy mushroom bounces. But I swear, he probably fell off, took a wrong bounce. When you do the same thing. It's like you're just driving in a straight line. I feel like if I drive straight, you could just bounce one to another, but that's not how it works.
Just practice the track. SwagMoneyGaming.com. Go on to Medify. Go train with Bear. Go train with Edgeguard winner Vantox. You know, there's so many ways that you can practice these mechanics. And again, I used to really heavily dislike Mushroom Gorge, but when I put my head down and I learned how to take the the jumps, and I learned, okay, here's how you take the cut, and you just stay out of trouble. A lot of good things will come your way.
Yeah, no, I definitely do agree, because when you do practice a track like that where it's very technical, there's a lot of different things you can do, you have more of an opportunity to just win more consistently, because those other competitors, like we saw, like you were saying, aren't taking the faster lines. They're not doing the faster routes. And when you are able to do those routes, you're going to just have a way better time. But talking about it, we're back to Grumble Volcano, the track we disconnected on last time. Let's see if we get a double DC on this track again.
Danny's going to come out of the rafters here and strike down on these players. Zovgo, by the way, with the perfect 3-0 so far. MPK and Luna Galaxia, they're tied for second with 30. They're trying to enhance their score here on this final race of the qualifier. Same with Hunter and Taco Cat. SDK as well, having a really solid run there on Cheap Beach. This entire top 6 is looking really incredible. Chase You Down, by the way, finishing 4th or 5th in that last race there in 7th. And then we got Kung Fu, Eckert, and Bacon Shake rounding out the top 10. 2 computer players here in this one.
Let's see what SDK is going to be able to do. Avoids the first banana back, has triple bananas of their own. Could have stopped about, tried to, but unfortunately did it a little bit too late. Had the angle, had the snipe, but had to think about it just a little bit. That's fair enough. Mario Party King going to be trailing right behind Taco Cat here in the Drow Bowser loadout. 10 coins in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, if Taco Cat wins this, I think this would put him at 38 points, which he'll absolutely need. Now, losing that horn, is he going to get hit here by this red? No, he won't. So more defense there from Taco Cat. But as you can see here, you know, going through that set saved him. But the question is, what does second and third have behind? Taco Cat does get his coin ghosted there, but man, I mean, Taco Cat still got a pretty big break. 10 coins, looking pretty solid, but the bottom 4 are very far behind.
Spoke a little bit too soon there. Was in a good spot, but then gets hit by a red and Mario Party King's horn. It's going to allow him.
I didn't like that play, because just because you want to troll a player, pick on someone your own size, he's going to get the karma right back to him. And now this is going to allow another player here to take the lead.
I love how you said pick on someone your own size, because he's the blue Yoshi. Had to take on the blue shell. A little bit of a funny color reference there. Zovgo is now here in 3rd place. Got to be careful. Has the mushroom to take it right around that tree. Beautiful move. Would have saved it for this shortcut right here, in my opinion, as you're going to see him get dragged out.
Oh, and MPK gets hit as well.
Oh,
and
that
now,
is not good.
Can Taco Cat hit out that player? No, he can't. Second for Taco Cat, who did end up winning, though. That was the Rosalina player.
And Zovgo, they are not going to be able to scrape out much, but still, at least it was something. What a close battle as it was. I do not agree with Zovgo and Zovgo with how they used that mushroom. That's good on like 1st and 2nd lap, but going into the 3rd lap, that final shortcut's just way too powerful. And then you saw the unfortunate aspect of just getting dragged out by that red shell.
Well, yeah, I mean, Mario Party King used the draft to drag out Zovgo there at the end. I think the interesting thing is that Zovgo could have waited, but he was getting very close with MPK. MPK had like a very high chance of hitting Zovgo out in that instance. But what was really strange is I forget who that Rosalina player was. Was that Luna Galaxia or was that somebody else?
Chat is saying it's a bot, but we got the highlights.
The Rosa bot just won, so they all lost to a computer. That's why we didn't pan to first. Okay, that makes sense. Zovgo getting, yeah.
Oh, that's so
We always
funny.
have the token first, second, third at the end of every race.
I was confused too. I'm like, hold on, what's going on there? And then
it's fine. Zovgo's just getting destroyed. Typical Zovgo luck here. But Luna Galaxia, they're getting bombed on Mushroom Gorge. Taco Cat here, unfortunately, the recipient of several red shells, and also the sound horn coming in from MPK. But MPK gets the favorite return when he gets horn there. And final lap here. Taco Cat tried to do something there on the Rosalina bot, but couldn't end up getting it done. And that is all she wrote there for qualifier number 5.
Oh, you know what? I've been enjoying these qualifiers so much. Losing 1st place to a bot. How does that? You know what? Maybe these bots are a little bit good at the game sometimes if they want to be. I don't know how that happens.
The bots are ruthless now, though. I saw a situation on New York Minute where we had like some of the top players in the entire game. Like we're talking international players in one of the leagues, and a bot. There was a shock and a bot, and then the bot ended up just beating everybody. And
it is ridiculous.
Happens.
I think they've gotten a little bit better, especially with the DLC tracks. Maybe they've tuned them up a little bit to be a little bit more game aware. But I mean, still, it's insane to have all these talented players here as well, and then just losing to a bot that was able to maneuver themselves to first place. It's insane.
This goes to show you what happens when you're focused on just hitting out individual players and you have the spots just sneaking by, taking the win. But man, Joswald's saying that should be an auto DQ for all of qualifier number 5. I mean, perhaps. Yeah, just an incredible run. Yeah, and Dave from PlayX, it actually happened in the online side of PlayX. There was on New York Minute. I remember commentating it, and I was like, wait. And Mega, I think, was the one that caught it initially, and we're like, oh, they're all losing to a bot.
It's insane to me. It really is. It's just one of those, like you said, you're too worried about the person beside you. You have no clue, who, what, where, and why is around you, and then just they're able to maneuver themselves to first place. It's insane to me. It's kind of wild.
The other thing too is that they displace those points, so that just ate up 15 points for somebody. But I believe with that being the tail end of qualifier number 5, we're going into qualifier number 6 soon. We're going to take a very quick break, but when we return, more SNS action coming your way. Oh, wait, but before we go, because I am deaf, we do have scores here from qualifier number 5. Man, we're just have so much to talk about,
We do.
And I have horrible hearing, but Zavgo going to be taking that one down with 54 points. One of the top finishers here at qualifier number 5. Then MPK, Luna Galaxia, Taco Cat, all of them finishing north of 45 or 35 points. Excuse me. X Hunter going to be finishing in 5th. SDK, Chase You Down, Kung Fu, Eckert, and Bacon Shaker are going to be rounding out the top 10 here from qualifier number 5.